welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Today we're going to be talking about a Scotch. Finally, Mr. Randy has got around to the Glenlivet 12. Now, this is a single malt Scotch whiskey. There you go. We'll give you a good look at the bottle. Now, this is a double oaked. It is matured in European cask and American oak cask. It is 40% ABV. It is only a 375. Mr. Randy decided to play a safety on this one. Bunch of legal jargon, mumbo jumbo. Here's your laser code. It is distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland. I love it when these three guys get together. Distilled, matured, and bottled in Scotland. That means every little essence of the Scotch is trapped in the bottle, preserved, and shifted across the ocean for us to enjoy. Now, this is a age-stated 12-year single malt. We went through all of that. 40 ABV. So Mr. Randy paid, I think it was 29 something. So it's just under $30 out the door for this 375. Down here, for the full standard 750 milliliter bottle, it comes in at just under 60. I think it was 58, just under 58. So, I mean, yeah, the 750 is a better buy than two of the three, whatever. But I got the 375 because it was an option, and I decided, well, this will be a lot easier to grab and test it out. So let's get a pour on, shall we? That was a very loose cork. This small bottle makes me feel like a giant. Well, Mr. Randy is a giant ogre of a man. Comes from some pretty big breed, big stock breed. Looks like it's got some pretty decent viscosity on it. Now, let's pull out Mr. Randy's handy dandy whiskey color scale. Off camera, we're going to nail it down to a, I'm going to call it a medium brown. It might slip into a deep brown, but I'm thinking it's definitely more of a medium. The colors on the screen don't do us justice in real life with your own eyes, your own peepers. Let's get it on the nose. So it's got a very sweet, light, fruity, honey, floral, grassy. That is nice. I mean, it's not exactly Mr. Randy's jam, but he cannot deny that nose is, I wouldn't call it delicate, but it's definitely decadent. Delicious. It's got a very distinct nose. Very distinct nose. I don't think I could mistake that for anything else. It's starting to make me water. Let's get it on the palate before I go nuts. The palate is sweet, light fruit, honey, floral, and grassy. There's a certain twinge of an oddball character in there. It kind of like hits my brain and says ashtray. Mr. Randy has never licked an ashtray. Okay? But I've smelled quite a few. Mr. Randy grew up in an era where just about everybody smoked, and they had those big, heavy-ass ashtrays on the coffee tables that were made out of like rock. You remember those? You're probably not that old. Well, if you're watching this about Scotch, you probably do know. Those things were huge, they were heavy, and for some reason, people like to put them on glass tables. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what they were thinking back then. Let's get another one on the palate and we'll go for the finish. It's very juicy. It's a lot of sweetness, a lot of like juiciness. Floral. A little bit of grassiness kind of like rounds it out. So it's pretty much matching the nose with a one or two, well, just I think one character gets swapped out from the nose to the palate. Let's get a finish on it and see what that tells us. It does have a light to moderate amount of viscosity, which is pretty good. Not too much, but just enough. The finish is juicy. You get apples and honey and sweetness. And there's that oddball, that Mr. E guy hanging around in there. It's kind of, it makes me think of ashtray for some reason. All right, so let's get a score on it. So let's just say we're gonna go for the price on the 750, which is 58. It's under 60. That's a little high, I think. My fair price would be 50 or below. I think in the 40-something range would be a more preferred, desirable for Mr. Randy if we were to buy this again. So let's go ahead and knock that one out since we done busted that one. Quite possible. Would I buy this again? Quite possible. If I see the 750 or even the 375 on a good sale, I'd pick this up. I would have no problems and no qualms in buying that again. That's a good Scotch. But it is what it is. It is a sweet, delicate, floral, apple, fruity kind of Scotch, which, you know, I prefer the other types, but this one, it's not offensive. It's not telling me no thank you. It's telling me, yeah, okay, that's fine, that works. So, what's the score? What is the score? What is your score? Let us know in the comments. Mr. Randy's score is going to be a weak 4 out of 5. There. I was going to give it a strong 3 out of 5, but now that I've really been thinking about it, for the type of Scotch that it is, it's very nice. I mean, there's nothing too weak and nothing too strong in that whiskey. It's kind of nice. I kind of like it. Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. You have a good one.